I am PixelPia, and this is Creative AI Explorer. Today, we are taking a look at Google Vids in Google Labs, one of their experiments. I have played around with it a little bit, but this is still very much an explore with me video. And while filming this, I made this little video using the avatar function.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Today we're taking a first look at Google Vids, one of the new experiments in Google Labs. I haven't used this tool before, so we're going to explore it together and see what it can actually do. Let's jump in and start from the beginning. Stay curious. This is the first screen you see when we open Google Vids. Today we are experimenting with AI Avatar, take a quick look at templates, and maybe even play with the storyboard function. I hope you will enjoy this first look at Google Vids in labs.google.com.
So, if you are curious about how to make that or something similar yourself, let's move over to my computer. So here we are in Google Labs, and we have to scroll down, click View All, and see more to find our Google Vids. Let me see. Here we have it. Google Vids, AI-powered video creation for work. And we click Try it now. You seen this start screen in my little video I showed in the start. And I am going to show you exactly how we did. We're going to start with AI avatar. Write the script, choose an avatar, and generate the video. The first scene, when we open this, scene 1 is already here. We have a lot of edit, view, insert, and so forth, and a toolbar up here. If you have worked in docs or in slides, some of this is very familiar. But what we are going to do is just put our script in here, and you can see up to 500 words per scene. This was 266. Down here, we can choose our avatar, and we can listen to them before we pick.
The voice you select makes a difference.
The voice you select makes a difference.
The voice you select makes
The voice you select.
I'm not going to do all of them. I have already chosen Olivia. And now I need to put my headset on so I can hear what you hear. And let's do a preview.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Today we're taking a first look at Google Vids, one of the new experiments in Google Labs. I haven't used this tool before, so we're going to explore it together and see what it can actually do. Let's jump in and start from the beginning. Stay curious.
And you see here, lip syncing will happen after the rendering. If you could see in this little area here, her lip syncing wasn't very good at this example, but after we generate, it will be much better. This will usually takes about 1 to 2 minutes, so let's wait until it's done. And as you can see, now it is done and we can play it. But before we do that, at the bottom here, you see the video, the image. But if we click here and say show all timing, you see that the video is created with her image. And up here we can edit with transcript. If we want to change something, we can go in here and just mark the text. For example, if I want to cut out the word labs, I can remove that. And then I can undo that removal. Did a little cut in between there, but I can go back and it put it back where it was originally. That is, if we want to edit with script, we can search for filler words on pauses and edit those here. We can also have animations, sound, add sound, playback, resolution, we can loop a video, and we can change the format and the size and the rotation. But for now, we have our first scene here.
Hi, I'm Lisa.
Let's add a second scene by clicking New Scene or Control M on our keyboard. And we're gonna start by adding some text in the script. And you see here, current scene, scene 2 of 2. If you click all scenes, you see scene 1 and scene 2. But we are working in the current scene. And this is what she said. This is the first screen, etc. We click preview.
This is the first screen you see when we open Google Vids.
And we can click
Today we are
generate
experimenting with
right
AI
away.
avatar.
Okay, it's almost done. As you can see here, it says this scene has no objects, while this had the video object. So you will see how that changed as soon as this video clip is rendered. And now you see we have an object here. It's the video. But if you remember the video I showed in the beginning, I had her just as a small video. Let's see, that size maybe. And then I had a shape here. So I double clicked on it and just pulled that in. Maybe it was something like that. So now I have her there as a speaker. And then we added a background image. And I have this right here. So we will add that to the scene. Oops, I added it twice. Delete the first one. And you see down here, intro, scene, PNG, and video order. Send backward. And then I can drag it so it fits the screen. So now if we look at this part, scene 2.
This is the first screen you see when we open Google Vids. Today we are experimenting with AI avatar.
And this time, now I'm going to make this a little larger when I'm working here, because I need to pause here.
Experimenting with AI.
Here she says AI avatars, and I have already uploaded my circle here, and I am just sizing it so it fits over my AI avatar square here. But you see the circle is for the whole clip, so I mark the circle down at the bottom here, and I can drag it to fit. So let's listen again.
With AI avatar.
I want it to stop right there.
With AI avatar. Take a quick look at
and I want to do the same with templates. Insert that and drag this down to starting there. Right now we see both of them. Don't worry about that. Let's listen
look
again.
at templates.
And here we need the third one for our storyboard. So we drag the beginning of that circle image, and that can run to the end. Let's make this smaller again and see. Oh, we needed to shorten the one for the templates.
Take a quick look at template.
So now let's go back to the beginning of this scene and play it.
This is the first screen you see when we open Google Vids. Today we are experimenting with AI avatar. Take a quick look at templates and maybe even play with the storyboard function.
You can see. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers in this scene. We have the background image here, we have the video, and we have the 3 different circles. Let's add the last scene here, where she just says, in principle, just say goodbye. Copy this, avatar again, enter the script, and preview.
I hope you will enjoy this first look at Google Vids in labs.google.com.
And let's generate. And here we have the last
I hope
scene.
you will enjoy this first look at Google Vids in labs.google.com.
I have done one more thing. I went to stock music, I chose music, and I think these are all provided by YouTube. I think I chose this one. So we are going to go to the very beginning, and we're going to add this by clicking a little plus, and then we can go in and change the volume here. So we have this track, we have all tracks for all scenes here. The music goes on forever. So let's lower that to maybe 50%, and let's see how it works when we play this.
Hi, I'm Lisa. Today we're taking a first look at Google Vids, one of the new experiments in Google Labs.
And as you can see, it stops when the video stops. And we can fade it in a little bit and fade it out a little bit at the end here. Or we could have chosen automatic ducking. Lower the volume of other clips while these clips play, or background. Lower the volume of this clip while narrative clips play. So since she's talking all the time, that wouldn't have been the best. But if you have sections where you want the music to go louder because no one is speaking, that's a perfect function. So what can we do with this? We can give it a name. We can convert it to slides. We can share it, download it as an MP4 video or a GIF animation. We can export it to our Google Drive, and we can see version history and so forth. But let's take a look at, let's create a new video. That takes us back here to the start screen. We should look at templates. Here you can choose a function. What is it for? Finance, customer support, human resources. Maybe you're a teacher and want to create something. So here we have templates for teachers. We can choose a design style, playful maybe if it's for younger students. We can choose a color if we have color preferences. If we don't choose a function, we can instead choose industry. Let's look at Intro to Basic Algebra. It opens this screen and you can go through and look at each scene here. A scene with 2 text boxes, a scene with 1 text box and 1 video placeholder. That means that you can change the video. We can choose insert selected scenes if there are a scene here that we really want to use, or we can insert all scenes. They have a music in the background here, and just as we did with the show timing, we can go in and see what is in this scene. We can go in and change our colors if we want to use this in some other way. Here we have the video, but we can replace that either by record ourselves or do an avatar here. But that was an example of a template. Now let's go back and look again at Storybook. And here we have the steps. Inform the company about the new commuter benefit which offers, for example, or inform of this, or celebration video for the launch of a new active wear clothing line. So what are we doing here? We are celebration of a 100-year birthday. Let's say that we know someone that's turning 100, and here it shows an outline with an introduction, setting the scene for the celebration and acknowledging the monumental milestone, the guest of honor, short montage of the centenarian's life, sharing a favorite quote or memory, family and friends, message from the family, short clips and voiceovers, testimonials from longtime friends, the party highlights, cake cutting and singing happy birthday, party decorations, key moments of joy and laughter, conclusion, toast to many more years as well, and thanking everybody for celebrating. This is like a layout that could work, and we can choose to add scenes, or we can choose to delete scenes here, or we can go in and edit them. Let's see how this would look. Now they want us to choose a design, and this can always be changed. And then we just hit create a draft. And here we have it. The first scene, second scene. We have music under all of this. So let's play a little bit.
This video is dedicated to our incredible centenarian. Imagine the atmosphere, filled with loved ones, laughter, and a sense of deep gratitude for this special day. It's an honor to reach this monumental age. Let's acknowledge the incredible history and legacy represented here. Meet our guest of honor, the heart of this celebration, who has touched so many lives over the past century. Let's take a look at a montage of photos chronicling 100 years of an
And that's not bad. Of course, you have to go in and edit all this, put your own photos or videos in here. So we have looked at 3 of these videos. And of course, there is more. Converting slides, record yourself, use VO3, and so forth. Or start with the totally blank video and just add from here, from avatar, voiceover, image, and so forth. But I think maybe there is potential. It's not like working in a real editor software, but for as easy to use as it is, I think it has potential. So that was the first quick look at parts of Google. I think the AI avatar function has potential, and it was really easy to work with. Templates, I am more hesitant about. Maybe if you use a presentation you already have. And finally, storyboard. I think there can be opportunities for that function, but it needs to be explored much more. But for now, this gave us a basic sense of how Google Vids work. In my next video, we're heading back to Google's AI Studio, and we are once again, since you've shown a lot of interest in my last video about creating apps. This time, we are going to create a new app from scratch without any coding. So if you have any ideas of what type of app we should make, please leave them in the comments down below. I am PixelPia, and I hope to see you back here in my next video. And as always, stay curious. Bye.